Hey everybody, welcome to the show. My name is Reginald Barris. I'm an American comedian, live here in Vienna, Austria, and I do this full time because clearly I make fantastic life choices. Believe it or not, this is the American dream. And since that's now more tragic a statement than ever, I'm gonna repeat that. This is the American dream. It's bad. I mean, actually, when I look at it, if I look at the States right now, I read the news, this actually looks like a haven compared to, like, I think a lot of you would look at me like, holy shit, look at him, doesn't have to wear a mask. Oh, freedom. But guys, it's not great. Like, I don't know, the American dream, it really messes with your head as a kid because they tell you, like, when you grow up, you can do anything. And I was like, cool, let's put that to the test. I'm gonna become a full-time English-speaking comedian in a German-speaking country that hasn't laughed since the 40s. And somehow it worked. They even gave me an artist visa so I could stay here telling jokes in the wrong language, which no one ever seems to appreciate. But if you don't get it, it's because you just haven't dealt with Austrians before, okay? Like, if you don't know what Austrians are like, just imagine if Germans didn't have a sense of humor. Okay? Yeah, can you imagine? It's bad, okay? They don't want to see you living your best life at an Austrian immigration office, okay? The whole immigration process here is just a dude named Stefan smoking a cigarette while he angrily stamps all your paperwork like, oh, you want to live your dreams? What about Stefan's dreams? I was going to be in the opera, but no, little boys cannot be sopranos. Screw you, papa. Dude, it's crazy. It was like 6 months. He's doing everything he could to keep me from getting that visa until finally, very reluctantly, he had to hand it over. And quite frankly, I've never been so proud of anything in my entire life. Because that artist visa means that Austria officially accepts me as an artist. So take that, Hitler. Yeah, I don't know, that's the part where people usually laugh, but there's no one here now because we can't leave the house, so I had to make my own laugh track. Before we go any farther, I want to thank Art After Dark for having me on the show. I also want to show you guys where you can find even more of me. So it should be on the screen right here somewhere. It's the Reginald Barris on all the major platforms. And as an added bonus, I'm actually going to be doing an online comedy show on February 19th. The information is on my Facebook page. Get a ticket. And I even programmed it to where this laugh track, it's not just me controlling it. Oh no, I made a bot. And whenever you type in ha ha, he he, lol, kek w, etc., then it makes that happen. And that way you can share the laughter because it's corny as hell if I have to press the button. But if you guys do it, it's kind of charming, right? I don't know. You be the judge. Either way, I just feel like we need to do something to build some sort of community and just have an exchange with people. Because guys, I don't know where you guys are at. I don't know what your situation is. We're on the internet. You could be anywhere. But in Austria, the lockdown situation has been rough, okay? Like I'm not used to it. I'm used to traveling, and I know that's a little bit of a bougie brag, but like, I don't know, I toured a lot. I would tour across Europe multiple times a year, and now it's been 11 months since I've even left the city. I miss it. I miss traveling a lot, and it's gotten to the point where, like, I don't even miss the good parts of traveling. I miss the absolute objectively worst parts of traveling. Like 3 weeks ago, I had a dream that I was on a Wizz Air flight. Now, it's the internet. Some of you might not be familiar with Wizz Air. If that's the case, first off, congratulations. You probably have self-respect, unlike the rest of us who have used this service, because it's bad, okay? Their motto should basically be, Wizz Air, treat yourself like garbage. You deserve it. Like, it's the kind of airline that would lose your baggage when you only had a carry-on. You understand? Like we would hit turbulence before we make it off the ground. Then when we land, people start clapping, which I didn't think should be necessary because most airlines landing is just included in the ticket price. But oh no, you don't know Wizz Air. Honestly, I'm not even convinced they have pilots on those things. I think they just rounded up a bunch of homeless people, gave them suit jackets to cover up the needle marks. And I'm half convinced that like every time a Greyhound bus just drives off a cliff, it becomes a Wizz Air flight until it hits the ground. I don't know, guys. It's been rough, I guess is my point, okay? I lived with my girlfriend throughout the whole lockdown, and let me tell you right now, that relationship did not survive. To make that less awkward. Yeah, it wasn't great. We moved in together a year before the lockdown, and I was like, oh my God, I love spending time with you. She's like, oh my God, me too. But like, you know, We didn't expect a lockdown when we moved. Like, we thought we could leave and that was important. Like, we didn't mean it. That's just what you do in a relationship. You say something romantic and hope you never have to prove it. She spent the whole lockdown watching serial killer documentaries with a pen and paper taking notes. She watched a 4-part docuseries on the Unabomber. Suddenly, it's Reggie's job to check the mail. I'm not stupid. I see you, okay? I see you. So I had to fight fire with fire. That was my only plan. I had to fight fire with fire. I replaced her whole Netflix queue with the first 5 seasons of How to Get Away with Murder. Because if there's anything that show will not teach you, it's how to get away with murder. And I thought that would help. I really did. I thought that was gonna help solve her murderous rage, but it didn't, unfortunately, because my birthday came around and she brought me to a shooting range so we could fire guns for an afternoon. I was like, what's this all about? She's like, you're American. I knew you'd love it. Oh, you knew I'd love that thing that I've literally never asked for once in my life? Okay. Like, she says it's for me, but clearly she's just got her own issues she's trying to deal with right now. Like, every time she pulled the trigger, she'd be like, whispering under her breath, like, dishes, laundry, why won't you go down on me? She says it's for me. This is so clearly not for me. I've never owned a gun in the States. I've never wanted a gun in the States. But I will be honest, when I picked up that pistol, it was the first time in 7 years that I felt homesick. It surprised me too. I was like, aw, just like Grandma used to do. Yeah. But I guess it is fair to say, like, the lockdown isn't all bad, okay? Like, it wasn't all bad. Like, on the plus side, I'm not scared of jail anymore. Yeah, after a year locked in my tiny apartment, it wasn't that bad, you guys. We did a trial demo and we pretty much aced it. I'm like, on the brief moments I get to walk down the street to go get some bread and toilet paper, I have a newfound strut in my step with a confidence bubbling out of me. I'm looking cops in the eyes for the first time in my life. I'm a mixed race American. I'm terrified. When I usually see a cop, it's like seeing a bear in the woods. No eye contact, no sudden movements. Maybe you'll live long enough to tweet about it. But now, I'll look them dead in the eyes like, hey, you can't kill me. I'm already dead inside. The only problem is, my ex also realized she wasn't scared of jail anymore, and that was a problem, okay? A year locked in a tiny apartment with me in an apparently failing relationship? You better believe she thought about killing me. Now that she knows she can live with the consequences, it was only a matter of time. And let's leave it at that. Some people leave on a high note, but you know what? There's probably a poet coming up soon, and I don't want to ruin the atmosphere of existential dread for them. So let's just stop right there. And if you want more laughter, you can follow me on all the major platforms except for Twitter. I don't fuck with Twitter, okay? But follow me everywhere. And again, on February 19th, there's an online comedy show with an interactive laugh track. Have you seen that anywhere else? This guy, unique selling point. Look at me. Anyway, thank you guys very much. And on to the next thing. Thanks again to Art After Dark for having me. Bye.